back to Quick Notes with Rashawn. Today we're going to continue our series of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. We're going to be talking about law number 7 today, the law of respect. So followers are always going to be attracted to leaders who they respect, who are better than themselves. Very rarely, if ever, do you ever find someone following someone who they think that they can outperform. And once they realize that, generally speaking, if the respect isn't there, the trust isn't there, and the other added values are there, then they're going to basically leave that level of leadership. So it's very important that you understand the different aspects and reasons as to why people follow you. So the first one is people don't initially buy into a leadership or buy into a mentorship if they don't believe there is added value. If you are a leader, cannot provide value to your team in different aspects in so many different areas, you normally need multiple ones than just an individual one. You have to value it in many different areas, whether it's monetary, whether it's character, whether it's skill set, in order for the foundation to be consistently set. And it's very tough and it's very difficult. But understand that if the foundations are set, regardless of if an individual outperforms that person, the respect will still be there. It's so rare that someone would stay with someone who they believe they can outperform, a leader that they do not respect. Understand that and actively strive towards one of the best performers of your team. You don't necessarily need to be the best in every single aspect of whatever it is that you're leading to achieve. For example, a captain of a ship doesn't need to be the best shooter of a cannon. The captain of a ship doesn't need to be the best navigator, but they need to be good in every single area. They need to be competent in every single area. They don't necessarily need to be the best, but they can't be outperformed by any individual in every single area, or else it doesn't make sense. You see, the person who's most valued for the job is the one who genuinely gets it. So if that starts to occur, you need to make sure that your skills are honed, but more importantly, your character is there. Because even if an individual can outperform you, but your character is set, then that is the only few times where an individual will still stay leading behind an individual, because they're there for your character more than your skill set. And that's what you want to develop. And that's what you want to talk to. People gravitate towards 6 major qualities when it comes to leadership. The one is respect for others, courage, success, loyalty, and value added to others. So let's talk about that. Respect for others. If you're an individual who shows constant disrespect, expect to be disrespected and people not to follow you. So respect essentially means respect for one's character, respect for one's achievements, respect for one's skill set. If you're an individual who constantly disrespects others, don't expect to be respected or followed. So you need to get that in check. Are you a person who's polite, who's basically a nice person overall in general? It doesn't mean that you can't be a pushover. It doesn't mean that you can't be stern, but you definitely need to have respect for others. The next one is courage. Are you a person who rises to the occasion? Are you a person that doesn't let fear stagnate them? Well, that's a person who's worthwhile following. If you're a leader, cannot be someone who, in the face of danger, in the face of adversity, freezes and chooses not to follow through. You need to be a person who's inspiring to go through the event that everyone else might lack the courage to go through. Going back to the Roman Empire, there's always a famous quote. I'm sure a lot of people have heard it. But a leader or a person in charge would never ask what their men to do something that they wouldn't do themselves. So are you that leader? Are you a person who can literally be competent in a lot of things that you're asking your men to do? You certainly shouldn't be paralyzed by fear in the face of that danger. So making sure, there's a reason why so many great stories of ships sinking and the captain saying, a captain goes down with the ship. And the reason that is it sets the standard that he will always be the last one to leave. He will take care of everybody else, have the courage to save everyone else before himself. And then and only then will he leave the ship. And that's the type of mindset you need to have. Understanding that the goal is to keep the team's safety together, making sure that the goal can be achieved second to the priority of keeping the team together. The next one is success. Do you have a previous track record of success? And this one is very tough. But this one goes back to every single good leader, highly effective leader was once an intelligent follower. Because you need a track record of success. You need to basically show that you are competent. This goes back to being a level of competency in order to have a level of leadership. Are you competent in the job that you're looking towards achieving? I know growing up, when I worked at McDonald's, one time this person just got into the role straight away as manager. I didn't really care too much, but I noticed a lot of people had a problem with this person who just walked into hospitality for the first time, and she ended up becoming a manager. And that's an example of competency. Are you competent at your task? Do you have a level of success backing you? There's so many different examples of that in business. There's a reason why so many people have a problem with people who end up getting put in these leadership positions when they themselves can't do their task. They're just put there to lead the person before being able to have the track record of success. And it's a really interesting phenomenon. So you need to make sure that if you're a leader, you need to show a level of competency. Do you have a track record of success in the place that you're pioneering? Whether it's navigation, whether it's understanding how businesses run. Understand that you need to basically be competent at the thing that you're asking others to do first in order to expect people to give you the respect that you're wanting for. Next thing is loyalty. Going back to the previous one, the law of solid ground, if there's trust not relative in the relationship, how can respect be given? If you're an individual that's known for not being trustworthy, how can you expect people to respect you? Because those types of people are the people that they end up having high skill but low loyalty, and that basically means that they're constantly working. Their success that they experience is never in longevity. Longevity comes from character, because character is something you can rely on, and reliability means it has a strong, solid foundation, which comes from trust. So making sure that you have a trust within your organization. Can you trust the people to come to you with a problem, not expecting to be scolded without the problem also being solutions? You want to basically protect your team, have a level of trust there in order for respect to be given to you. The next one is value added to others. People will initially be drawn to you if they believe they can learn or there is a value added to them, whether it's monetary, whether it's skill set, whether it's character, whether it's power, you name it, you have to have a level of value added to the people that are following initially. It's tough, it sounds cutthroat, but that's the truth. Nobody ends up working a job for free. That's why they would volunteer, right? If volunteering is different to working, there needs to be a level of added value to others, because if it's not there, then there's no initial relationship. Because the truth is, you will just have a friendship, and friendships, even then, in those specific examples, there's a level of value. It's normally feeling good, normally a level of feeling, social status, who knows, you name it. But no matter what, any relationship, specifically leaderships, there needs to be value added to your team. That's why you initially basically have followers and how you essentially start. Which brings you to the next part. You can determine whether you're respected as a leader by the people that you attract. You can determine whether you're respected as a leader by the people that you attract, by the people you surround yourself with. If you're surrounded by a team of strong, capable leaders, chances are you are one yourself. If you're surrounding yourself by incompetent, untrustworthy people, chances are you are probably one yourself. And now it's tough. And it might be tough to basically come to an understanding, but if you can understand, be honest with yourself, be objective with what it is that you're looking towards accomplish, then and only then can you start making steps and decisions, developing new habits to put yourself in a correct position to be a more intelligent leader. Okay, and it's not easy. It's very tough, but you can always judge your ability of leadership. This is a very surefire way to determine whether or not you're progressing as a leader. A leader can always gauge their level of respect by the amount of volunteers that they can garner when they ask for a favor. If you're a person who has a lot of people who are volunteering to do things for you out of no direct added value, that's an indication that you're doing something good. The more volunteers you have, the better you can determine whether or not you're a leader. So how do you go about developing them? Well, if you feel as if you are a person who lacks the level of respect, you have to look within. You don't look towards the others, the people that you surround yourself. First, look to within. The others, the people that you surround yourself, are a good indication of the type of person you are, but if you're looking towards solving the problem, you need to look within. You need to ask yourself the tough questions. Are you a person that you yourself would want to follow? Be the leader that you wanted when you were younger. If you're not, then what can you do literally today to start developing you into that person who's worthwhile following? And it's tough and it's not easy. If it was easy, every single person would do it. But the way that you get there, number one, every intelligent leader, every good leader was once an intelligent follower. So plug yourself into a leadership. Plug yourself into a mentorship. People that can teach you, that can shape you, whether that's your parents, whether that's your boss, whether that's anyone, whether you have to pay for it or not. At some point, you need to look towards developing yourself through someone else's mistakes, someone that can teach you. That's what I highly suggest. If you can't do that, you don't have that opportunity. First of all, be resourceful. You can always look towards achieving it. But if you can't do it right now, read books. Develop the type of person you are. 15 minutes a day might not change who you are tomorrow. 15 minutes a day across a year, that's 15 books minimum. That might completely transform the type of person that you are. And you're doing the correct things by watching videos by this, but I highly suggest you don't stop there. If you're looking towards developing yourself as a person, it never stops. You never arrive. You have to strive for greatness. You never achieve it. So consistently look towards making sure you're doing the right decisions, being crucial and critical of yourself to understand and evaluate where it is that the problems that you're doing wrong. No one is perfect. It's something that you just strive for. So keep looking towards actively making the correct choices and being someone that's worthwhile to follow. Then and only then are you going to be an accomplished leader. Anyways, guys, that's it for the 21 Irrefutable Laws by John C. Maxwell. That was law number 7, the law of respect. If you like what we're doing and some of the stuff that we're talking about, I highly suggest you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell to get the notifications. But I highly suggest you don't stop there. Keep looking at the other videos that we have uploading on the channel towards consistently improving yourself and putting yourself in a better position for success. I should be uploading a few more videos for the rest of the night, so I'll see you guys in the next one.